Hey, Mike, take us through, what it was like. You set an NFL record on the next play, you hyperextend your knee, the uncertainty of that, and then being able to will yourself back to play and set a club playoff receiving record. I mean, what has the last 2 weeks been like?
God is good. I'm happy. I dodged a bullet there with the hyperextension. Training staff did a great job. Got a lot of rest, a lot of praying, and it worked out for me. I'm feeling fresher. So hopefully I go into this game closer to 100%.
You guys have played, the Saints obviously, and lost the last 5 times, I know, and twice this year. You've had your battles with Marshawn Lynch. What is that rivalry like? Do they have the upper hand, or is there any psychological advantage they have over you guys right now?
I just think they're a good team, and when they play us, they do enough to beat us. So I don't think there's no psychological thing. They're just a really good team, and they have been since I've been in the league. And they had like one down year where they didn't make the playoffs, but other than that, maybe 2 years since I've been in. But the other 5 years, they've been really good. We just got to play our best come Sunday if we want to be playing next week.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Mike, back to the injury. I know what went through all of our minds collectively when you hyperextended your knee there in the end zone. What went through your mind right when it happened? How painful was it? It did not look good.
Yeah, it was painful. I had a wide open touchdown, and then I felt my legs slip a little bit, but I was just focused on the ball. I felt the pinch, but I was just trying to focus on catching the ball. It was tough. I didn't make the play, and then I was upset with myself that I didn't catch the ball. So I was just trying to walk off real fast, and then I felt it. It was in pretty bad condition, but Tom knew right away what it was. He came over. He was like, "Did you hyperextend it?" And I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what it was, but it was painful. But then the swelling has gone down tremendously, and the training staff has been doing a great job. So,
what did
I said earlier, I dodged a bullet.
What did last week mean to you from the fact that, you spent all week in the training room, you finally get out there on Thursday, was it? And you go out there and you have a 100+ yard receiving performance. You played a key role in the Bucs' first playoff win since they won the Super Bowl in 2002. Can you just kind of, summarize like what that whole thing meant for you?
It meant a lot. I haven't been to the playoffs. My first game in the playoffs. I was excited to play. It was great weather. We had a great week of preparation. It just meant a lot to be out there and, try to make plays to help my team win. And the goal is to do enough each week to play the next week. So that's what we're doing this week.
Thank you.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Mike, this playing the Saints on Sunday, I know they've gotten the best of you the last 5 times. But in terms of going back and forth, obviously you and Marshawn have gone back and forth. Cam Jordan's gone back with Donovan Smith and had comments. Is this the most personal rivalry you guys have?
It's definitely a great rivalry. When we play each other, it's a lot of emotion, a lot of physicality. As the players, we love it. We love this rivalry. I know the fans love it. And I would say it is our biggest rivalry.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Mike, the Saints know that they can beat you guys, that they've done it 5 times in a row. As a team captain, do you know that everybody in your locker room knows that they can beat the Saints?
What's the last part?
As a team captain, as somebody who represents the team, are you confident that everybody in your locker room knows that they can beat the Saints?
Yeah, I'm confident. We wouldn't play if we weren't confident.
Also, Chris Godwin uncharacteristically dropped 4 or 5 passes. That really was not a Godwin-like performance, but you have no doubt he's going to bounce back from that, right?
Of course. I just remember the plays he made for us, big plays for us. I remember those. I didn't even know he had – how many drops he had? I didn't even know. I don't care. I know he made a lot of plays for us.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
We'll go over to James Slater.
Hey, Mike, I just wanted to ask you, the last time you guys played this team, it's hard to believe when I went back and looked at it, only 194 net yards of offense, 3 points. After that, you guys are averaging close to 500 yards of offense. I think, 32 points a game. Where did you guys start to feel like you were turning the corner? Was it something somebody said? Why were things beginning to click in your mind?
Well, we had added AB. It was AB's first game when we played him. We just been learning as the season's been going. We're finding more and more about ourselves each week. Obviously, this season's been difficult for everybody. We have a lot of new pieces on this team, important pieces that are new to the offense or are new to the defense. And, we're just finding ourselves as the season goes, and I like where we're headed.
Would you say that you guys are a very different team than the one that played them the last time?
I think so.
Mentally or just talent-wise?
I feel like
Pieces.
we're getting healthier. I feel like our roster, is the most talented roster in the league. But as a team, we started off as a good team because we just have a lot of great players on our team. But now we're forming into a great team, and we just got to keep going each week and battling and finding ways to get better and finding ways to win tough games.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Mike, without getting too much into the weeds, what kind of stuff did you have to do to get your knee in shape in 6 days?
I mean, I have a game-ready machine. If anybody knows what that is, it's compression, it's cold, and I did that a lot on my own at the house. I worked with TB12, went to the facility, got a lot of treatment there, and then a lot of treatment before, after, and sometimes during practice during the week here with our great training staff. So just a lot of treatment and a lot of praying.
How painful was it?
The first 2 to 3 days was really painful. It was really painful, but then the swelling started to go down. I was able to walk better, and I knew I was going to be fine on Saturday.
Thanks, Mike.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Mike. Obviously, you guys know each other very well, the Saints and the Bucs. When you have so much inside knowledge of experience of playing against the same team year in and year out, do you make a lot of alterations in your game? Does the team, in terms of strategy, after you're coming off, especially a loss to them?
I try to do things differently than what I did in the past. I think I had 2 incompletions last time we played against them. It was 2 goal line fades on the 1 yard line. I know I got to be more physical. So things like that I look at, but other than that, I'm not gonna give away our scheme or anything like that. I just try to find things that I could do better.
We'll close out with one question from Steve Isbitz.
Hey, Mike, when you hit the 7 years of 1,000 yards mark, did you hear from Randy Moss? And did you hear from any other guys that might be worth noting and that you could share?
I mean, I got a lot of love from a lot of my family, my friends, people that I care about, a lot of people that I look up to, Dwyane, LeBron, guys like that. So that's awesome. I'll never be too big to not appreciate that. Like that's some of my childhood heroes, and they're paying homage and showing love to me. That means a lot. But Randy, he didn't reach out to me this time. Last year he did, and he doesn't have to. I know Randy's a great guy, hell of a player, one of the best to ever do it. But it is an awesome record, and I'm proud of it.
That's all for today. Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank y'all.